from time to time, there are lockdowns in schools, and every time that whatever school I was at, and I had them at Harrison, and then when I moved to Pittman Elementary about 7 years ago, we had a couple of lockdowns. It all comes back then, but of course other times, every time there's another shooting at some school, but of course particularly at Sandy Hook, it really, really hit home.
Pricking the wound all over again. There have been so many shootings, Aurora and Virginia Tech, and none of this magnitude with little children like our little children. It seemed to be, it all came back. It all came back. All the details, all the things that you try to put away, that you don't deal with because you need to go on, you need to work, you need to function every single day. So you put that away. And it is put away most of the time, but every time there's a shooting, it comes back. And this one was the absolute worst, most horrific thing that could happen.
I was actually on duty. I was at work. And I was sitting in our little report writing area at the police department. And one of our corporals was in the lunchroom and the TV was on. And she just stepped out in the hallway and she had tears in her eyes. And she just said, more little kids were shot today and killed. And I stopped what I was doing and went into the lunchroom, and I was just watching the footage, and I'd say half hour, 45 minutes passed, and I couldn't get away from the TV. And I remember, seeing the footage of the little kids marching out and thinking, man, this is so similar to the Cleveland school shooting. I mean, we've had several other shootings that's happened, with Virginia Tech and, Columbine, and those are horrific tragedies, but they were different, it's because they were, other students, coming back to the school, and these were just defenseless little kids, with the madman on campus, and I remember thinking, just not again.
I couldn't tear myself away from the television reports, but I didn't want to be there, and I was crying, and I mean, it was Cleveland all over again. It was the same age kids, the same kind of gun. The fact that someone came on campus and started shooting indiscriminately. It was Cleveland all over again. And it festered for about 4 or 5 days, and then I called Adrian and said, are you having as much trouble as I am having? We need to do something about this. I can't believe that it's happening 24 years later. And nothing has been done to stop it from happening.